You might not know us, but we're Maria, Jose, and Chase. And for 2 years, we lived and traveled in a converted school bus. That was until we convinced ourselves that we had too much space in the bus, and we ended up buying a van. So we moved out of the bus and packed our life into little boxes while we turned our new van into the adventure home of our dreams. We sold the bus in the middle of our van conversion, and after delivering it to the new owner, we finished our build, and then set off for almost 3 more years. That was until Isla came. And after a few changes to the van, we set off again as a family of 3. But we knew at this point the van's living arrangements were on borrowed time. So after the 3-month coast-to-coast road trip, we knew it was time to send the van off to new adventures and build something with the 3 of us in mind. So now that you're up to speed, we've bought another school bus, and we're starting an entirely new journey converting this into a home for the 3 of us and our dogs. Stick around a while and get to know us while seeing the transformation each week.
Sleepy. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hope that these help you realize how freaking tired I am. And Chase has been doing so much work by himself, but I'm here to help.
So time is money. We chose to do our furring strips with tulip instead of ripping down plywood because they're already cut. So
Let's finish.
battery's dead.
Oh, you freaking kidding me.
I wish.
It's crazy that we bought all these to do walls and ceiling, and we literally use it all for the ceiling. Pretty much. Well, we have been terrible about recording today, and I think it's just because we're both very tired, and also what we're doing is not that much fun. But we went to Lowe's and got 2x4s?
Yeah, so 2x4s are typically not what you want to use in a school bus conversion. The reason we use them, we need a little bit more here on the walls because we have the chair rail.
Yeah.
And you really need to bump everything out to that chair rail so you can go from floor to ceiling on a flat wall without having to piece together things or have a 16 or 18 inch bottom trim piece. So for the sake of
making it look all one thing, we're gonna have to go a little heavier on the bottom.
Which means that we'll get a little bit thicker foam in the wall as well.
It's gonna work out. It's gonna look great. It's already looking great.
Yep.
See that smoke?
Yeah.
That was crazy, my man.
Crazy. And these, surprisingly, are really straight 2x4s. We were pretty particular picking them out. I feel like I said that about our furring strips too, though, and our furring strips are all over the place.
Well, and now we just have to do this all over the whole wall. No.
Boom, boom, boom.
What is that song that Kanye has? Scoopity scoops. Scoopity, scoopity, scoopity scoops.
I don't know.
Baby.
That was on that album I wasn't a big fan of, huh?
You gotta push!
I'm pushing.
I know.
It's going in.
Looked like you were struggling.
Is it going in or is it going in?
Go for it, one, man.
Tell me.
Baby, do that last one then. Scoopity scoop.
What I was saying is, what if by drilling that, you somehow generated so much electric energy that you opened up a space-time portal, and it sucked us into another thing, sitting in here building the bus, and then boom, we're in like the same general location, but in the future or in the past.
I remember you took too much shit. Sometimes I worry.
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh. Truthfully, all we have done is save you boring video time. Chase has been working his butt off here for days while I have been existing and taking care of baby. He literally went through all the wires in the bus, which aka a nightmare.
I have a 27-gallon tote filled with wire that I had to stand on to compress enough that I could get the lid on it.
But he got it done. And now all the wire in the bus is literally a thin little slivery thing. That means that now that we're clean, we don't have cables and stuff all over us, we are going to be measuring our layout.
15 and a half. I'm curious what I put. Yeah, so my measurement must have been off somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You had it more?
I've got 18 and a half feet. Okay, so 18 and a half. Oh yeah, see I'm 15 and a half. So we're 3 feet short. That's huge.
That's a lot.
3 feet.
Maybe you were counting the door was closed.
That's 3 feet 7.
I'm stressed.
Somehow, I measured the bus wrong. I've lost 3.5 feet of space, which doesn't sound like a lot in the real world, but holy smokes, when you're living in a sardine can or building a house in a sardine can, that's a lot of space. So we're gonna have to put a pause on our tape laying and our electrical wire running, and I need to take accurate measurements of the inside of this bus.
I'm stressed. I'm tired of things being dark.
We can always just move the bus outside.
And freeze our booties
That's
off.
the alternative. Oh, you know what?
What? We
Some
did
of
it
our
wrong?
No, some of our skylight's gonna be in the kiddos' room.
That's okay.
Is it?
After what?
It's been like a week.
3 weeks, I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's easily been like a week.
It has been easily 2 weeks.
Something like that.
Life happened.
We've got a lot going on.
There's too much going on. But today's the day that we're finally putting the freaking layout down.
Yeah,
So,
our layout's changing
by
quite
the
a
day.
bit. And that also means certain windows that weren't coming out are now coming out, and certain windows that were coming out aren't coming out.
Okay.
5 feet. Right here.
Uh-oh. Here. That doesn't seem right.
This is why we're doing this, so we can figure it out.
We have the bathroom.
And we would walk in down this way.
So hallway, kind of like our old bus.
Yep. This was the part of the bus that was the issue. This was supposed to be in the kitchen.
Yeah. But now we had to move it forward a little bit. So now we will have a door in the bathroom, which is kind of weird. But what do we have in the front, Chase?
We've got the living room and kitchen. And we based this around a sofa. And the sofa's out of stock.
Our luck.
Like literally just days. It's out of stock, and it wasn't even on sale. So, and it's nowhere else. I'm really confused. Who knows?
We're gonna base it on these dimensions because if not, we will have to build.
I'll just build one. I don't want to, but I will.
You want to, but yeah. My idea was to do an L-shaped sofa, which that one is out of stock. It's supposed to be a two-seater, smaller side, but also with like a little footrest thing. I don't know. But looking at this is pretty big, and I don't think there's gonna be space for a little L shape. You literally can sleep on the sofa. Something that we didn't do in our other bus, and that's why we need to go tomorrow and get metal, is we're gonna be removing windows. To be removing these two, we will have a mounted TV here, so we will remove 3 windows right here because the sofa ends there. I think that's the smartest, don't you?
Yeah.
Then we will have Isla's room, which we will remove these 3 windows
on
each side. Yeah. So it will be 6 total because we don't need windows in the hallway, and Isla doesn't need any windows in her room, and the bunk bed is gonna be there. So. ¿Quieres ver cómo nos está quedando el bus? ¿Sí? ¿Dónde está el bus? Ala, ¿dónde está el bus? ¿Y el bus? ¡Sí! Ven, vamos a ver. We're gonna show you guys the final layout. She can get down!
Yes, you can. We just gotta be careful around the doors.
Yeah. Anila. Goody! Uh-oh, you're standing in the countertop. Goody! Tin, 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 tin. Cuidado. Oh my goodness, girl. I want to say that she learned how to walk literally 2 weeks ago, max. And now she freaking runs. Yeah, I am tired 24/7 chasing this little girl around.
Watch, she's gonna step on it. She goes.
How do you feel about the layout?
I like it. It's changed twice now.
More than twice, I think. But it's nice. I think it has a much better flow.
Yeah, I think so.
Isla, mira Dada. Isla, stinky face.
And as for me, now I'm going to work on a project that's hopefully going to clean up a lot of the space in here, and it's kind of going to be an ongoing project. And now that this is loaded, it's going to get really loud. We're going to have not only the CNC spindle running, we're going to have the vacuum set up here, vacuuming all of the offcut shavings and dust. And then we've also got a vacuum table that's going to be holding the substrate down to our spoil board while this is cutting, which really allows me to use a full 4x8 sheet of plywood. And while it's the next morning, I got it put together. Eventually, when I get some drawer slides, I've already got the insets for the drawer slides, so they'll mount right there. nice and clean, and this will be operational and ready to go. For the time being, it gets my computer off of the floor. It gives me a nice, comfortable station to work at, and it's just a lot cleaner. I routed this area out so the keyboard doesn't move off of the desk here. I, however, did not consider a mouse, but I've got the mouse area up here in the front, which is nice, and then a spot for a coffee mug.